Happy Tuesday! Sorry I'm not here today, but I do have some directions to help you start your writing. Today, we are going to be working through just the first paragraph of the assignment. Now, yesterday, you should have already done these two things. You should have chosen 3 projects from this year and created a Google Slide presentation. Now, this Google Slide presentation, it does not mean that you have everything done. It means that you've made the Google Slide presentation, preferably attached to the actual assignment already. And now you are ready to answer some questions about the 3 projects out of the 7 projects that you can find still on the Google Classroom. Now, as you notice, there are 8 questions for each of the projects that you might be looking at. So you notice you're supposed to pick 3, but yes, you're answering those same 8 questions for all 3 of the projects. Today, that should be your goal. You should write the answer to these questions and then put those answers in a paragraph form on a Google slide. So for the Google Slides today, you should have a title slide. You should have 1 slide per project, so 1 slide per project with a title, and you should have a single paragraph summarizing the slide, the project on the slide. Okay, and now what needs to be in that first paragraph? And yes, we will be writing 2 paragraphs, but today try to write 1 paragraph for each. The first thing you need to write about is what is the topic or chapter. And again, you can find that in the Google Classroom where you found the project. You can also find the project name there. So that would be like your first sentence. You can also include in that first sentence, what actually did you make? Was it a poster? Was it a Google Slides? Was it Canva or some other thing? Did you make a video, right? Now, 4 and 5 are optional. You might not put these, the answers to these questions in your paragraph because you might not have had a partner. If you did not have a partner, don't write about it in the paragraph, and you can just write NA here. If you did not present it to the class, then just circle no, because again, you weren't always required to present. Sometimes it was extra credit. Sometimes it was part of having a partner as you had to present. And so those 2, you could make that a sentence in your paragraph, or you could just leave it out if the answer to both of those is no. Then you're going to explain, and right here, don't spend a lot of time writing by hand, just give some bullet points. Explain the general steps and the task that you were completing for this project. So you're just going to list, here's what we did. We did this, we did this, we did this. It's usually pretty clear if you just look at the project, what were the steps we took, right? Then for number 7, what was the math content involved? Here's where I want some math vocabulary. For example, if you were doing the last project that was about trigonometry, then that's kind of the answer here. What math content was involved? We were using right triangles and trigonometry. That's the sentence. It doesn't have to be long. And what sort of real-world application or project did this present and involve? Remember, this class is designed around trying to see our standards through a real-world lens, and we did that a lot during the projects. So every single one should, more or less, have a real-world application. And so, for example, if you were using your dream room project, the sentence right here could simply be, we created a dream room, but with variables. Like, that's it. That's what we did. And that was the real world application. So again, this paragraph is a summary. No, I'm not super mad if you keep it shorter. My father was an English teacher for 30 years, and he used to always say to me that the key to good communication is brevity, meaning it's okay to make it short so long as it's detailed. So 3 to 5 sentences is fine with me, so long as you've answered all of these questions in that first paragraph. All right, that is your goal today, and I will see you tomorrow.